What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboard. I'm going to be doing my review for the 1994 movie, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So, this movie picks up 10 years after A Nightmare on Elm Street was released, and it's set in Hollywood, where Heather Langenkamp lives, and her husband is killed by an evil entity that has taken the shape of Freddy Krueger, and Heather Langenkamp must work with other people involved in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise to figure out what's going on, and eventually she has to take on Freddy herself to save her son. So this is a pretty good movie in the franchise. It's always been one of the ones that I thought was really unique and different, and when I very first started watching these movies and saw them for the first time, this was one of my least favorites because I wasn't as into slow burn movies, and this one is one of the slowest movies in the franchise. It really is a slow burner, but upon rewatching it the last few times I've rewatched it, it's grown on me a lot, and I always forget how much I really like this movie. I love how it's not set in the same continuity as the other Nightmare movies, but it's still considered part of the franchise and stuff, and Robert Englund is once again excellent as Freddy, and he does a great job playing himself too in here, and Heather Langenkamp playing herself is just, she's absolutely perfect in this movie. She does such a great job in here and everything. She just reminds you why she's so likable, and she's just a really cool character, really cool at playing herself, and does such a great job. Wes Craven himself even has a small role in here as himself, and he's really good too. And I love a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that we see in this movie, and we see that all these people that were involved in these movies having appearances on screen and stuff was pretty cool. And I think that Miko Hughes, who plays Heather Langenkamp's son, Dylan, is pretty good. I think he's really creepy at times and stuff, just like he is in Pet Sematary and stuff. But I think he does a good job too. He's good at playing creepy kids in horror movies. And then you got the sets and stuff in this movie, especially in the third act when she goes into this dream world, and it's like these gothic sets and stuff. It's just awesome looking. I absolutely love the gothic feel to it and stuff too. That's one of the things I love about this movie. And Freddy's look is pretty cool. When I first saw it, I didn't like it, but the more I watch it and stuff, the more I like it and like what they went for. They were trying to make him look scarier and more demonic and stuff, and I think they did a good job on that, because he was pretty terrifying. This is probably the most terrifying he's been since at least the second movie. Like he's just really creepy. There's no one-liners or anything like that in this movie, and I like that, but at the same time I miss my Freddy one-liners, because I do love his one-liners. But I also like that they did something completely different with this movie, and this was also kind of an introduction to the meta storytelling that Wes Craven would later go on to do with Scream and everything. So I think that's pretty cool too. But all in all, I think that this is a really good movie. Like I said, it's a slow burner, and it's not one that I'm going to want to rewatch. If I'm picking out a Nightmare on Elm Street movie just to watch randomly, I probably wouldn't go for this one unless I'm in the mood for a slow burn movie, because it's not one that I like rewatching all the time because of being a slow burner. But that is part of its appeal too, though, is that it is one. So I'm kind of mixed on that part as far as it being rewatchable, because it's not one that I like rewatching unless I'm watching the franchise because of the pacing and stuff. But I do still find it enjoyable, and I think it's a pretty decent entry into this franchise and everything. So all in all, I'd say I'd give Wes Craven's New Nightmare a 9 out of 10. It's really entertaining. It does have a little bit of pacing issues, but it's a slow burn movie anyway, so it doesn't bother me too bad. It doesn't have a lot of kills either. That was another reason why it gets a 9 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10, because it didn't have enough kills. There was only 2 kills, and one of them was recreating Tina's death from the first movie. But it's still got some great suspense and stuff in here too, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat, especially the first time you see it and everything. But it's a pretty fun movie. It's just not not as rewatchable, but it's still a really fun movie. And it's a really great entry in the franchise. I know a lot of people would even consider it to be the second or third best in the franchise, and I totally get that. It might be my third favorite after the first and third movies, I don't know. But, yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.